everyone, my name is Claudette Zepeda-Wilkins, executive chef and partner of El Jardín in San Diego. Today I'm going to make Enchiladas Suizas. The sauce has Swiss cheese in it, just like my aunt made in Guadalajara. So to begin this recipe, we're going to do a brine, and a brine is a salt bath for your chicken. The purpose of the brine is to ensure that you always have a juicy and plump chicken. With a brine made of citrus, we have a little bit of oregano, peppercorns, and the salt, and that is going to just amp up the flavor in the chicken. Bring the brine up to a boil so you can get all of those natural oils and the citrus to come out and everything steeps together. Once your brine comes to a boil, you turn the heat off. You want to drop that temperature down because you never want to put cold chicken into a hot brine. What's going to happen is you're going to create a shell around that chicken breast that the brine will never penetrate. Once you add your chicken to your brine, you want to go ahead and make sure it ends up in the refrigerator. You can do a quick brine, 4 to 6 hours, or you can do an entire day. I have been known to leave chicken in brine for 3 days with no problems. Past that, you're probably looking at pickled chicken. And I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken breast into a pot with stock. Bring that up to a low-medium simmer and just cook that about an hour and a half till I can pull it apart with 2 forks. I check it in pot, that way if it still needs time, it doesn't have to come back up to temperature. This chicken breast looks ready. I'm going to take it out of the pot and start shredding away for my enchiladas. I happen to think that you shouldn't boil any proteins because it makes the fibers of the protein really strong and tough, and that's when you get tough chicken. That low-medium ensures that you're going to get a soft, juicy chicken. The great thing about this recipe is the sauce. It costs the same as a can, but it tastes 10 times better. When you're picking out your tomatillos at the grocery store, you want to make sure that they're almost like a golf ball size. Any smaller, you end up getting a bitter tomatillo, and that's not very good. It will ruin your entire recipe. So you want to make sure that they're mature, a solid green color, and that way you won't have any problems. And bring that up to a slow simmer until the onions are translucent. I'm going to get a slotted spoon and remove the pulp from the cream and into my blender. I personally like to use the whole cilantro from stem to leaf because I believe all of the flavor comes from the root, no waste. The consistency that you're looking for inside the blender once everything is blended together is that of a thick pancake batter almost. I want to do a healthier version of enchiladas, so here we're going to warm them up straight over the fire versus frying them. If you do it over open flame, just mind your fingers. You want to make sure that you're constantly rotating it because if you keep it in one spot, you will burn it in that one spot. The more you move it, the more evenly dispersed your char will be. The little bit of char that happens as the fire actually touches the tortilla, that's that flavor development in char that you can't replicate on a pan. I always go for yellow tortillas for my enchiladas because the white just tastes a little bit more processed than I'd like. For these Enchiladas Suizas, we're going to stick to a Swiss cheese. That unique funkiness that Swiss cheese has is why it's so special in my opinion. You always want to start with a little bit of the sauce as a layer. You want to have that flavor going from the top to the bottom. This also ensures that it doesn't stick. If you make any of this ahead of time, which you totally can, you want to make sure you bake it first, 350 degrees for about 20 minutes, and then switch to broil. This is just going to make sure that all of your enchiladas are a perfect temperature. We like enchiladas at my house because it's a very cost-effective way to feed a lot of people, and I have big brothers. This dish for me hits all the flavor notes. As a chef, as a mom, as a consumer of good food, it's crunchy, it's acidic, it's creamy, it's spicy, but the cool lettuce with the crunch just really rounds off that bite.